Hi everyone, welcome back to Geeks for Geeks and welcome back to another problem of the day as well. So please give me a +1 in the chat if my voice is clearly audible to everyone, and you can hit the like button as well. And then I'll share my screen to discuss the problem of the day that was for Friday. Okay, let me share the screen here. I hope that the screen is clearly visible to everyone. Right. So hi Rishit and hi everyone else as well. So lot of you are watching us. So guys, please hit the like button, and then I will proceed further. You can give us a +1 in the chat and hit the like button, guys. Then I will continue with the video. Okay. Just as if my voice is clearly audible, then all of you can give us a +1. Okay. So I think that the voice is clear to everyone, but people are not hitting the like. Other people can also respond in the chat if everything is working fine. Okay. So great. Now in this problem, what we have to do is we will be given what? We will be given a rectangle that is of L cross B dimension. Okay. So let us say that the length of this rectangle is L. Okay. We'll be given a rectangle with the length as L and its breadth will be nothing but B. Okay. This is the scenario here. So basically this rectangle has been given, and what we need to do is we need to choose a square, right? Let's say we will choose a square. So maybe we can choose a square like this. Okay, like this. So this will be a square. Let's say we will choose a square dimension tile. Okay, we'll choose a square dimension tile and we'll fill this rectangle inside. We'll fill this square inside this rectangle, right? So we'll fill this square that we have chosen of a particular size. Are you clear? Inside out, we will fill it throughout. Is that clear? So we have to do what? We have to choose a particular square in such a way that it takes minimum, right? If you will see here, so we have to find the minimum number of identical squares of side that can cut this particular rectangle. So basically whatever squares we are filling now, this is one square, this is another square, let's say this is another square, this is another square, this is another square, this is another square. So I have to do what? I have to choose, like I have to choose this particular square dimension in such a way so that I'm choosing the minimum number of squares. Is that clear, guys? Minimum number of squares to fill this particular rectangular field. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Is that clear? This particular portion is clear? Please tell me, guys. Is this part clear to everyone? Please hit the like button, guys, if you are clear. So basically this is a L cross B dimension rectangle that has been given, and I have to fill it with these squares. Okay, so I will be allowed to choose the dimension of this particular square. Okay, and what I have to do is I have to choose the dimension in such a way so that I'm using the minimum number of these squares. Okay, is everyone else also clear? If you're clear, guys, with this particular thing, so please hit the like button. Okay, Rishit Chaudhary is clear. What about other people? Others are also clear with this idea? Okay, others are also clear. If you're clear, please hit the like button, guys. And you can give your +1 as an acknowledgement that all of you are clear. If you are new and you are watching, so please give me a +1 in the chat that you are clear with this thing, that we have to choose the minimum number of such squares, right? Now, while choosing the square, there are several things that we have to keep in mind. Okay, like if you will see, so we have to choose the dimension of the square, right? So let's say this is L. Okay, the length is L and the breadth is B. All right. Now let's say we are okay. Hi Madhba Joshi. So what we have to do is, let's say I'm choosing I'm choosing a square which is of x dimension. Okay, let's say if I'm choosing a square which is having the dimension as x, so it is having the x as length and the x breadth. Okay, this particular square that I'm choosing, it is having x length and x breadth, right? So if you will choose it like this, so let's say you fill this, like with the help of this square you fill this, right? So this portion is x length. Okay, then after that you again fill this much, so again x. Then after that you again fill this much, right? So again x. But let us say that if something empty is left, right, this space should not be there. Agree with me, everyone? This empty space should not come, right? Basically this little bit of space should not be left. Is that clear to everyone? That if I choose a particular square of length x, right, then while I'm filling these squares, so this incomplete portion should not be there. A little bit of incompleteness should not be there in terms of breadth. Okay, can I say this, guys? Can I say this? Agree with me, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, agree with me, right? So I can say that x should be what? X should be a multiple of, right? Can I say this thing, guys? That x should be a multiple of, right? So basically I should choose what? I should choose x in such a way that x should be a multiple of what? B. Can I say this, guys? If x is a multiple of b, then only I can fill it completely now. For example, if I have, let's say if I have b is equal to something like let's say 15. Okay, so let's say if I'm choosing x is equal to 5 here, right? If I'm choosing x is equal to 5 here, so this will be the thing, this will be the thing, then this will be the thing, right? Are you getting my point, guys? That is how I'll be completely able to fill it now. Like this block, then this block, right? Then this particular block. So basically if I'm choosing x is equal to 5, right? Is that clear? Then only I'll be able to completely fill it. So x should be a multiple so that the overall sum, like 3 into 5 will be equal to 15 now. So basically I'll choose 3 blocks of x for this breadth. Is that clear? That x should be a multiple of b. If everyone is clear with this thing, please write xb in the chat. Is everyone clear with this thing? That x should be a multiple of b. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Please write yes in the chat. X should be a multiple of b. If you are clear with this thing, so please hit the like button and give me a +1. You can give me a +1 in the chat and hit the like button as well, guys. Is everyone clear with this idea that x should be a multiple of b? That is one thing that we can observe from here, right? Then only I will be able to complete the breadth part now. Okay, other people are also clear. Rishit, Vanshika, Rag, Yadav, are you all also clear with it? All right, great. So after this, another thing that I want to tell you is x should be a multiple of b, right? That is fine. Now after that, if I will observe, right? So let's say if I have this b, okay, and I am choosing this x block, right? So if I choose it like this, right? So it fills here, right? Then after that, this x square block fills here. Then after that, this same block fills here, right? Then after that, this same block fills here. Then after that, let's say the same block fills here, right? But is if some space is remaining here, okay? Let's say that this much space remains here. So is it feasible? No. Please write no in the chat. Can I have this extra space here? No. Incomplete filling cannot be possible, right? Let's say, are you getting my point, guys? Let's say the length is equal to 22. Okay, let's say. And I have chosen the block of size 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So I will be able to fill up only 20 and 2 length will be left. So that is something which I don't want. Is that clear? Again, this is something that I don't want, right? So I have to choose the blocks in such a way, right? So in that case, I have to choose exactly k blocks, right? So x is the length, okay? So x into k should be equal to what? X into k should be equal to, so I should choose some number of blocks such that it is equal to, let's say, L, right? So basically L number of blocks, if I'm choosing, right? And one block length is x, right? So x into k should be equal to L. Is that clear to everyone, guys? X into k should be equal to L. So indirectly I can say that what? I can say that x should be a multiple, x should be also a multiple of k. Are you getting my point? That x should be a multiple of k, because x should be able to do what? X should be able to completely fill this particular, like the block of x's should be complete. So that is why I should choose x in such a way that x should also be a multiple. Let's say if L value is something like what? 18. Let's say, for example, then I may be like, or let's say if x value is, let's take one example, let's take 20 here, okay? And if I'm choosing a block of 5 size, then what will happen? This will be x is equal to 5. Okay, again x is equal to 5 here. Then again x is equal to 5 here. Then again another block x is equal to 5. So that is how I would be completely able to fill it. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right, is that clear? K kya hai? K is the number of blocks now. X if x is 5, then I would require 4 blocks now, such that it is equal to L, that is 20 now. Is that clear? Basically k is a random number that we don't need to think about right now, but for like this k is the number of blocks now, if I have to make the length as 20. So I need 4 blocks now, 4 blocks of this particular length, right? Now in this case, I can say one thing that I have observed till now. What I have observed till now is that x is a multiple, right? X has to be a multiple of what? X has to be a multiple of this block of x cross x dimension that is there, okay? X cross x dimension, it should be a multiple of L, and x should be a multiple of b as well, breadth as well, right? X should be a multiple of length, guys, and x should be a multiple of breadth as well. Is that clear to everyone? Please write yes. So can I say that x should be what? X should be the common multiple, like see, x should be the common multiple of, right? X should be what? Common multiple of L and b. Everyone agree with me? X should be the common multiple of both L and B. Is that clear? If you are clear with this thing, guys, please hit the like button. Is everyone clear with this thing? Please hit the like button and you can give me a +1, guys. Is everyone clear with this? With this thing, guys, please hit the like button. All of you are clear with this particular part? If you're clear, then you can hit the like button and give me a +1 as an acknowledgement. X, if x is smaller than L or B, then it is a factor. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a factor, Rishit. If let's say L, see, if let's say L is 20 and let's say B is 15, then maybe X can be 5 also, right? Because 5 is a factor of 20 and 15 both. Okay, so if this is the portion, and can I say one thing, that I want my, like, see, X is the square that I'm having, right? X is the square that I'm having to fill this particular grid. So X, this square should be as large as possible, right? It should be as large as possible, right? So see, a act should be as large as possible, right? And in this particular observation, what I can say is x is a common multiple, right? X is a common multiple of L and B, and x has to be the largest value, right? X has to be largest, right? Or you can say greatest. So can I say that x is what? X has to be the greatest common divisor, okay? X has to be what? The greatest value. So it has to be the greatest common divisor, right? Basically, it has to be the GCD, greatest common divisor. Sorry, you can say divisor, right? Common divisor, right? X is a multiple of, so X has to be the greatest common divisor of L and B. Is that clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat. Yeah, X has to be the GCD. Agree with me? So if I will choose X as the GCD, then in that case I would be able to choose the maximum length. Now, for example, if I take this particular example, let's say, right, if I take an example where my let's say L is like like let's say L is 20, okay, and the breadth is 15, then in that case, what is the GCD? What is the GCD of 20 and 15? I think it will come out to be what? Like if I'll take the GCD, so obviously they will get divided by 5, both of them, right? So this will be 4, this will be 3. Yeah, so the GCD will be 5 now, of 15 and 20. Yeah, GCD is 5. So basically X will be 5, right? Okay, and the number of blocks that will be required will be what? The number of blocks will be required is nothing but the area, that is length into breadth. Okay, that is length into breadth, divided by what? The area of a particular square, the area occupied by a particular square. So X is square. Okay, and the block size will be what? X, obviously, right? The length of the square will be X. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me, is that clear? With the help of observation, we were able to make these choices, right? So I will do one thing, I'll just scroll down. Give me a second, okay? Yeah. So as I said, X has to be a multiple of L, okay? And like basically X should be a divisor of B, you can say L and B both, right? X should be a multiple, like X should be dividing L also, X should be dividing B also. So in that case, I can say that X is the common divisor of L and B, right? X is what? Common divisor, right? X is the common divisor of L and B. And if X is the common divisor of L and B, I also want in this problem that X block should be this square block of X cross X dimension should be as large as possible, because I want to use the minimum number of square blocks to fill the rectangle. Okay, so I want what? I want the greatest value of X. So X should be what? X should be the greatest common divisor. Is that clear to everyone? X should be the greatest common divisor of L and B. So basically X should be equal to what? GCD. Please write GCD in the chat, everyone, once again. So X should be equal to what? X should be equal to nothing but the GCD of L and B. Okay. So in that case, what is the number of squares that I will require? The number of squares will be nothing but the area, the total area divided by the size occupied by one square, that is X square, right? That is the area of one square. So this is the area that I will require, and the square size I'm choosing is X. So I have to return this data. Is that clear to everyone? Guys, if everyone is clear, then please give me a +1 or write understood in the chat. Okay, and hit the like button as well. Is everyone clear with this much idea? Please tell me, guys. Any doubts till now? I've been putting in a lot of effort, so is it clear to everyone? If you're clear, then please hit the like button and give me a +1 again. Okay, Madbar says yes. What about other people? So others are also clear with it? If yes, then you can hit the like button, obviously, guys. Now, please write code in the chat. Let's quickly write the code for this particular problem as well. So what I will do is I will open this editor, and obviously you can see what they are asking is they are asking us to return this particular like vector. In this vector, you have to return the number of squares. Okay, they want you to return the number of squares and the length of this X. Okay, this is what they want you to return. Okay, Is that clear? Please write number n comma x in the chat, nx in the chat. They want you to return the number of squares that you will require, okay? And they want you to return the x value, that is the length or the breadth, you can say, of the square, right? Basically, the square length that you are taking, the dimension of the square, okay? Now, in this case, what we will do is we will declare a long int x, okay? And this x will be what? It will be the GCD. So I have a GCD function inbuilt in C++ that can find the GCD, and the time complexity for this GCD function is what? Log n. Okay, I am assuming that you know how to find the GCD. So the GCD function will take log n time to find the GCD of two numbers. So I'll find the GCD, that is the greatest common divisor of the two numbers. Is that clear? X has to be a divisor of L, and x also needs to be a divisor of B. So x should be a common divisor of L and B, and x needs to x. I should choose the x in such a way that x should have the greatest value. So that is why x will be the greatest common divisor of L and B here. Okay. Now what I will do is I will say that, okay, let's say long int number of squares, right? Number of let's say squares, squares, squares is equal to what? I can say it as the L into B, that is the length into breadth, divided by what? X cross x, right? So let's write it as x cross x. Okay. Now what I will do is I will simply declare a vector int answer. So let's say vector int answer, and what I will push is, first of all, I'll push this particular thing, that is the number of squares. So answer dot push back number of squares is what I will push, and then after that I will say that answer dot push back. What will I push? I will push the dimension x. Is that clear? And in the end, I can simply return this particular answer. Is it clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me. I'm assuming that this much part is clear. Okay, there should be a vector of long int. Okay, yeah, sorry, long int. Definitely. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it works on the samples. Let's try and submit this problem as well to see if it is working or not. I hope it will work on all the test cases. Yes. So it does get accepted. So is this problem clear to everyone till now? Yes or no, guys? Please tell me. Basically, what you do here is, first of all, you find the GCD. That is because x has to be a factor of the length, and x also needs, like, see, x has to be a divisor of L, and x has to be a divisor of breadth as well. So x has to be the common divisor. X needs to be the common divisor of length and breadth, and x also needs to have the maximum value, the greatest value, because I want to use lesser number of squares to fit inside the rectangle. So that is why x needs to have the greatest value. So x will be the greatest common divisor of L and B, right? So that is what I have done, and the number of squares will be what? The total area divided by the area taken by one square. That will be the total number of squares that I require. I will make a list, that is long int array, and then I will push the number of squares, and after that I will push the x value. Is it clear to everyone, guys? Till now, ACOP you are writing, okay? So now I will just quickly copy this code, and I will generate the link as well. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat, and you can hit the like button as well, guys. In the meantime, the link is getting generated, guys. Please hit the like button if everyone is clear. Okay, please make sure to hit the like button if everyone is clear with this problem till now, and I will paste this link in the chat as well. Just give me a second. So I've pasted the link in the chat as well for this particular solution. Okay, I hope that everyone was clear with this particular problem. Yes. Okay, Rag Yadav says yes. Other people are also saying yes. So obviously, that what is the time complexity taken for my approach? You can see that the time complexity will be nothing but the time taken to calculate the GCD of the two numbers, right? And to calculate the GCD, the time complexity taken by the GCD function, inbuilt function, or the predefined function is logarithmic of n. Okay, and the space complexity is what, guys? The space complexity is nothing but order of 1 for this approach, and this was asked in Amdocs. Okay, the company which has asked this particular question is Amdocs. It is a good high paying company only. Okay, so is this problem clear to everyone overall? Please write yes or +1. Okay, thanks a lot, Madbar Joshi. Actually, I feel that I cannot speak much because I just came back from the class. Madbar Joshi was there in my class. Okay, thanks a lot, Madhba Joshi. Rag Yadav says yes, he is clear with this problem. Rishit is also clear. Madhba Joshi says n comma x. Right. So I hope that everyone has understood. Thanks a lot, Nikhil. Thanks a lot, others. Please give me a +1 and then I will end the session. Okay. So thanks a lot, everyone. Please make sure to hit the like button if you are watching the recording. Till then, good night. Take care. This was a easy problem. Make sure to practice the problem of the day every day. Tomorrow, a winner will be taking the problem. So make sure to attend that session as well. Till then, good night. Take care. And if you understood this problem, so make sure to comment on understood as well. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thanks a lot, Madhba Joshi, as well.